Hey guys, what's going on? InsidiousSwede back again here for another YouTube video, and thank you so much. Before I get into anything, thank you so much for all of the positive feedback, all of the great support, and all of the familiar names coming over from my main channel. The support really means a lot. So thank you again, and hopefully you guys are enjoying it so far, which it seemed like a lot of you were. So that's great. And let's get into episode 2 here. So to start off, I figured I'd talk a little bit about what we're going to do today, and then also what I did off camera. So as you can see, maybe not, this first hill was like 3 layers higher and covered with trees. So what I've done in between episodes is clearing out, a bit of space here to start a new building. So I didn't quite know what I wanted to do for my next building, but as soon as I saw this hill, I'm like, you know what? I know exactly what I'm going to do, and that is build a temple. It's going to be pretty big, considering I don't have a ton of resources. It might take me a bit more than what I've gathered so far, but the idea is to put a pretty tall temple on top of this, kind of looking over the entire area. I think that'd be pretty cool, to be honest with you, having kind of this really cool status symbol looking down upon everybody else. Not in like a negative way, just kind of in a, mystical kind of way, if that makes sense. But yeah, we're going to need a lot of acacia. And the reason why is I kind of had a cool idea about the lore of this kingdom. And that is, considering that acacia is obviously not native to this biome and that I had to go pretty far out to get any, we'll take into consideration that maybe acacia, the wood, is imported. And so that means it's more of a status symbol or a sign of wealth, because the wood has to be, quote unquote, imported to the area. So I thought, because a temple is, a very prestigious kind of building in, Asian cities and older Asian, communities and whatnot, I thought it'd be cool to have that incorporated. So we're going to need a lot of acacia wood. And yes, I am going to be using the orange planks and stairs and slabs. Now, a lot of you probably are pretty skeptical about that. I myself didn't really know how it was going to work, but after trying out some ideas in a creative world, I think it's going to be pretty cool. So let me get together some more resources, just because now that I'm thinking about it, there's no way we're going to have enough acacia. But actually, before I let you go, let me also mention, of course, I have some nice diamond tools. I did a lot of mining as well, a lot of strip mining off camera, so that's how I got those. But one of the strip mines opened up into a huge, nice cave, so I was able to find a lot of iron. As you can see here, I had that all smelting up off camera as well. Also a bit of gold, which I guess I could throw in really quick. So yeah, that was nice to do. I highly doubt I'll show much resource gathering, mainly because that seems kind of boring. I don't think you guys are too interested in that. Maybe we'll do some stuff, like if cave exploring is interesting to you guys, maybe we can do an episode dedicated to finding a skeleton spawner, which is pretty high on my to-do list. Maybe we'll do something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I don't think I'll show much of that on camera. But let me get some more resources together, and I'll come back to you with some progress on what I have in store for you with the temple. Alright, so I'm back with a bunch of progress. Most of it you're not going to be able to tell what I did, but as you can see, I gathered a lot of wood off camera. I also got a bunch of stone brick, and andesite as well, because we're going to need to do a base of our temple. And I was trying to figure out, as you can see, I was working on some lengths, but I think 12 by 12 is going to be a good length. Now, generally, when I'm doing something like this, I don't want it to be an even number. However, from what I, designed in my head, when I'm figuring out how I want it to look, I think it might look better. Again, I'm not entirely sure yet. We're going to have to see, but considering I literally never build with even numbers, it might be a nice change of pace. I'm also going to need, and I don't want to waste too many of these, too much of the stone, just because I need to make a lot of stone slabs, because we're going to do a very interesting tiered roof design that I was actually inspired to do from another build that I saw, and from the way that it looks like we're going to need a lot of stone slabs, but I'm thinking we're going to go up 3 here. So let me just do this one side with you guys, and then I'll do the rest by myself. But generally when I'm doing anything like this, we're going to want to vary up the way that it looks for the foundation. So I have a bit of cracked stone in the furnace. We're also going to need some stairs for some depth change, which is always important. Maybe even some stone as well, and then some andesite and some polished andesite as kind of our block palette for our foundation. So let's get to the front really quick. Now that we have our height, I think a 3-layer stone foundation is going to be just enough. Now let me even find the center really quick. So this is 12 in length, so let's go in by 5. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh, looks like I did 13. This is why I checked, just to make sure. So, will it work with 3? I don't think it will. I don't think it will. So let me take off this one corner. Sometimes we miscount, we all do. So let me just get rid of this side. I'm pretty sure we have 11 by 11 now. Or excuse me, 12 by 12. Maybe that's what I was thinking in my head, and I did it the other way. So there's 11, 5. That's 4, 5 by 5, 2 in the middle. Okay, I was doing that so I could figure out where our staircase is going to be, which as you can see is right here. So this is going to be the first floor, and then maybe inside the foundation we'll have, kind of like a basement. Now I'm worried this isn't the same length, so let's count it really quick. 2, 3. If you want to leave, you can. No? Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Looks like that's all good. Just one too long on that side. Let's get rid of the dirt and now start figuring out how this first foundation is going to look. So let's just go through it as you would normally do with some different materials. So I'm thinking maybe we do some stone stairs here. Do something like this, just kind of random. Nope. Want it the other direction. There you go. And then maybe we go around here with some just regular stone. Do we want it? No, maybe we just go some andesite, because again, I'm going to need all the stone I can get. So maybe we don't incorporate regular stone into here. Maybe we put one back here. Then we get some polished. Where to go? Polished andesite. So there's one, maybe one up here. Let's see. Yeah. And then just for a little bit of extra detail, some of these stone brick stairs will have some cracks in them. And that's kind of the design for our foundation. Looks like it's getting night as well, so I'm going to have to go down to my area. I can't remember what exactly I talked to you in last clip, because that was like 2 days ago. I've been busy, so I haven't had the opportunity to play too much. Unfortunately, I wanted to get a bunch of episodes out pretty early on, so that way you guys can get an idea about what I'm doing here. But let's take a sleep really quick. Hop back down. Still need to finish up the floor in here as well. But yeah, I think we have enough stuff, unless we want to grab gravel. No, I think we're fine. And again, if I need more acacia, I can do that off camera for you guys, so you don't have to worry about that too much. But I just want to get the first side up with you guys so you can see what I'm trying to work on and accomplish here. We can also even start using the acacia as well. Looks like the pig wants to be trapped inside, so we're just going to leave him be. I can even, we'll give him the chance to leave if he wants. So let's see here. Doing the same thing on this side. Just get rid of a random amount of stone brick. Let's even get rid of that corner up there. Okay. Then we go maybe cracked stone brick. Cracked here maybe. Then some andesite. Then some polished. And I need to get some stairs in there for a depth change. And sure, why not? Alright, so now I think we're going to use some spruce for the floor. The reason being, I have a ton of spruce. It's easy to get those, 2x2 trees to do some, easy wood gathering. So I think we're going to go with spruce, even though it might not look too great with the, the brown and orange combination. I don't know how much exactly we're going to need. And then let's also grab some acacia. And yes, turn them into planks. We're using straight up orange. Let's see if I can get around here. Let's even just break in here really quick and do something like that. Okay, so let's get the floor down inside here. We don't have to go all the way again. I just want to get an idea of what it's going to look like for you guys. And then I'll kind of set it up all together where it's more interesting to see the final product than what I have going on here. So let's just build up these a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Same on the other side. Okay, and maybe even extend this one out just one more so I have a bit more room. Okay, and now let's get some of the acacia going. So I'm thinking each tier is going to be a height of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, as you can see. So we're going to have kind of an open look. As you can see, what I did for that, I used fences to show that kind of open look instead of filling it in or using glass, because again, we're not going to be using glass in this kingdom. We don't want to incorporate that kind of aspect into our kingdom, because really, if you look at medieval, Japanese cities and buildings, they do not have any, windows in them. More just like, kind of wooded windows, if you will. So we're going to use fence gates to simulate that, and just fences in general. So yeah, let me get up here. Now I'm trying to remember if Wells Knight's texture pack, if you're wondering, I am using a texture pack. It is from Wells Knight's series, an older version, so really all it changes is like the trap door, the polished granite and andesite, the water. I think I explained this in the pilot episode to you guys, but I'm not entirely sure if it lightened the acacia. I think we can even check that really quick. I don't think it did, but now I'm not entirely sure. Forgot to hit done. Come on. Okay. Yeah, it definitely did. Okay, I was wondering about that, that it looked a bit lighter, but I think that's going to be fine. You know what? I'm not too worried about that. I think we're going to be okay. It actually might be a bit too much of a harsh orange here, so I think maybe the texture pack lightening it up. And also, it does the same thing with the birch, I should mention. It's a lighter birch, not so yellowy. So actually, I guess the texture pack does change quite a few things, but I don't think I'm going to be updating it further. But, this is kind of a small thing. It's not too big of a deal for me. So let me know what you guys think of the texture pack, if it works for you, if it doesn't. Again, it's a very, very vanilla texture pack, so there's not a lot of changes going on anyway. But the ones that are happening, I want to make sure that you guys are okay with that. But yeah, we're going to go 4 high here, and then we're going to leave these gaps in between. I'm trying to think now, maybe we even want to bring it out to a 13 by 13. You know what? Let's give this a shot, see how it looks. And I'm also going to need a lot of stone for some buttons, which again are a big thing for me in decorating. Now, I don't know if we're going to need how much more, I don't know how much more stone we're going to need, but it's definitely going to be a lot. So I'm glad that I'm only doing the front with you guys, because I'm going to have to go mining again. So the kind of idea that I'm thinking for these is something like this, where every single acacia plank is going to have a button on it. And the reason being is it does a great job breaking up the orange. It doesn't make it look so thick and solid. What it does is it kind of separates them, if you will. I mean, it's not like a huge change, but I definitely believe that it adds a lot to a build like this. Now, let me even take a step back and let's see what it looks like. So again, I'm not entirely sure. I have an idea, again, of what I want to build, and I've done something in creative that kind of resembles this, but none of this is set in stone. Let's see. Let me even get down all the way, because this is how we're going to look at it normally, because in reality, this is more of like a decoration building. It's going to be off in the distance. We're probably not going to have too many things happening in it. So just kind of imagine right here kind of the second tier starting. I think we're going to have 3 or 4 tiers, and then a really cool roof design that there's no way I'm going to do on camera. That's going to take me way too much trial and error. But I think if you guys can see it with me, I think we have something going on here. It's going to look a lot better in just a second, I promise. So let me add the other 3 sides that we're currently missing. Let me vary up the rest of the foundation. Let me get the floor in. And let me gather some more stone because we're definitely going to need it. And once I have all of that done, and maybe even one of the first tiered roofs on, the kind of slanted style roofs we have going on over there, we'll add one of those and we'll come back to you with some progress. So give me just a bit, guys, and I'm going to go do a bunch of different stuff. So wish me luck. Wow. Wow, that took a long time. So now I don't really have as much as I was expecting to have done, but this roof design is killing me. And the worst part about it is that I'm not too confident on how it's looking. So let me quickly show you just kind of what we're working with right now. This is probably the work of about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. So it's coming along. Now, the one problem I did have is I did realize we are going to have a bit of an issue with the even numbers, as you can see. Instead of continuing the up and down design, we had to do 2 in the middle, which I think is going to be okay. Like, that's not my issue. My issue is that, I don't know, it's just not looking like I thought it would. Let me get maybe a better angle from it. But yeah, this was a lot of time invested into that. I don't even have like the rest of it done, as you can see. I just have like the front done and then a little bit extended in like that direction. Maybe my build's too small for it to work because it's a pretty big roof design. Like, no matter how small or big you're doing. Yeah, but think about that. Think about once that other side's connected and then we have like a second one. Ah, man. Now I don't know. Oh yeah, and as you can see, I was able to get the rest of the buttons done on that side. I like the base. I think the base looks really good. And as long as we continue that design all the way up, the whole thing is going to look good. You know what? I'm going to stick with the roof. I think for now it's going to be okay. But I think before I do any more, I'm going to want to get your guys' opinion. I kind of figured this would be a multi-part episode just because I do want some feedback on that project. But yeah, let me know what you think. You know what I can probably do is I can get it done, at least this first, tier. Again, guys, this took forever. And I went down to gather a lot of stone slabs. I still have a bunch left, but that took a ton. I'm going to get maybe the whole thing done in between episodes. And if you guys hate it, I might not continue it. Or if it's finally starting to take shape, I might stick with it just a bit longer so I can show you what it's looking like. But yeah, this is definitely going to be a multi-part, building episode because there's no way I can get this done today because I want to put out the video. And also because I do want some feedback on how you think it's looking. So let me know down in the comments if you like it, if you don't like it. If you want me to finish it first before you make a true opinion, we'll finish it up next time. As long as there's not, outright hate for it, I'll definitely finish it in next episode, and then we can see what it's looking like. But I think once we get, the entire thing finished along here, I think we're going to be okay. But yeah, gonna wrap it here for today, guys. A bit shorter than I was wanting to, but I don't want to keep on going until I get some feedback on it. And again, because this whole thing with the resource gathering and then the roof, how meticulous I have to be with it. I mean, look, for example, when I'm doing one of these little pieces, look how much time it takes. So first off, I have to find where I need to start. So like right around here. Let me pillar up really quick to show you what I'm doing with every time. So now that I'm here, we have to stagger every level. So it's going to be like this, like that. Do we bring it out one more? I think we do. Bring it out one more like that. Now we got to pillar down and go over here to work on this little piece. And there was also some trial and error, especially with the early parts. So I'm thinking, I was trying to save these slabs at the beginning, these ones down here, but I think we're going to leave them for now. So this is kind of what it's looking like. I mean, the design, how we're doing the roof. I think it's going to turn out all right. And oh yeah, that's right. I also forgot. We have to bring those down like that. And then once it's at the length that we want, we have to continue these slabs back up here. Otherwise, it looks kind of weird. I looked at it from a distance, and I was not a fan of how that was looking. I need to bring this down as well. Let's see here. Pillar up a bit. Place that one there. Yeah, it looks like I do need to bring these guys out like that. Okay. Let me get, let's see, that in place, that in place. So yeah, you can kind of see what's going on here with this roof design. It is not easy, and this is also like my third attempt, especially at these corners. I want to get that same, you know, upward feeling, but I'm not entirely sold on the ones that I have now. I'm thinking maybe they're just a bit too tall. I could also go with something like this. Let me show you really quick. This is actually the original design that I had. So let me pillar up really quick. So the way that I did it first off was get rid of this and just do it like that. So not with the extra little piece going upwards. I wasn't a huge fan of the way that looked, so I figured I'd try, you know, adding a bit more of height to it. But I guess now with one on each corner, you guys can let me know which one you prefer. Now that I'm looking at it, I might like that one a little bit better. Let me see. Yeah, I'm thinking it's a bit better, don't you think? Yeah, I like that. Okay, so we're going to go back to that corner. I was just trying something else out there. As you can see, I just brought up those one right there. But yeah, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed episode 2. Again, I was hoping to do a bit more progress today, but with how much this has taken, how much time it's taken me, and also the resource gathering and everything, I think I have to wrap it up here for today. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. My name is InsidiousSwede, and until next time, take care.